It's the final game of the IAC MAC Challenge here at Bullis School, where the host Bulldogs will take on Potomac School in the final contest of the event. Hello, everybody. Yosef Nasser here alongside DMV recruiting insider Brandon Green. And Brandon, we've seen a lot of great basketball here today. What can we expect to see out of this matchup?
More of what you saw today. These two teams are going to come out ready to go. The 8 o'clock show, primetime show, is going on right now, and you can expect both of these teams come out and play.
Let's send it down to our Brianna Hodges, who is with Potomac School head coach Levi Franklin.
Hi, I'm here with Coach Levi from Potomac School. And Coach Levi, what is the game plan for today?
Try to play the best we can play in order to come out with a W.
All right, and who are some of the matchups that we need to look out for today?
Their guards against our guards. They got young guards. They play really tough. They're always attacking. So I'm looking forward to our guards matching up with them.
And if this game comes down to the wire, what is going to be the deciding factor in this one?
Which team can get the most stops?
We just heard from Coach Franklin there. Thanks, Brianna. Brandon, what are the keys for Potomac School?
Yeah, and this one, Potomac School, they're going to have to play together, really. And then playing together means playing together on the defensive end with that interior defense. Jamel Melvin has been a shot blocker supreme for this team. And also, that defense leads to getting out and running, which is what they do best. Preston Bacon, Justin Law, they're finishers on this team.
Bullis, on the other hand, 6-7, unfamiliar territory for them. What do they have to do to right the ship and get a big win here on their home court?
Yeah, you talk about a lot of young players, and that means being able to share the ball. They don't have a go-to scorer like Vado Morris anymore that they had last year. But team rebounding as well. When you have a player like Jamel Melvin, being able to get those rebounds and get out into the fast break is something that's going to be key for them. And then winning plays. And that comes back to sharing the ball because this team is young. They don't have a certified closer yet. Nenda Tark is seen as their leader. But as you said, he's been inconsistent, which has led to their inconsistent play.
Take a look at the starters. You see the freshman Rodney Rice, 6 D1 offers, Eric Reynolds, Malcolm Alexander, Nenda Tark, their senior, and CJ Amsalem. Send it down to Joe Teets. That was Bullis Sports Information Director Joe Teets performing the national anthem and introducing the starting lineups. We saw something interesting there. Nenda Tark looks to be coming off of the bench, a projected starter. What do you think the meaning behind that is?
Yeah, in an earlier game that I saw this season between Bethesda Chevy Chase and Bullis, he came off the bench in that game as well. He told me after the game that it was because something to do with the team and it was a coach's decision, but I don't know what the coaching decision is in this one. I expect that this Bullis team is going to play through Cole Hannon because he's their true point guard on this team, so he's going to be able to get him into that offense.
Cole Hannon, a spark plug shooter, a guy who can get the team into their offense. Also missing Eric Reynolds. Coach Kelly mentioned to us that he may miss this game with an injury. That looks to be the case here as Anselm will jump with the DeMatha transfer Melvin center court. Potomac School is in the blue and orange, Bullis in the home whites. Melvin wins the tip. Ball in the hands of Preston Bacon, who looks to set up the offense.
And Preston Bacon, he is seen as the engine for this team.
Early shot from Melvin, no good. Good contest by Anselm. Hannon the other way. Cole Hannon, a sophomore. With the JV a little bit last year, but saw some time with the varsity towards the end of the season. Rice called for the travel.
That's Rice getting into a little bit of trouble. He's a freshman receiving a lot of minutes on this team, a highly touted freshman at that.
Rice, a guy who has 6 offers from Division I schools. I'm sure we'll speak in depth about him over the course of the broadcast. We see Bacon guarded by Rice. Top of the key. Swings the ball to JT Tyson into Melvin. Melvin faces up. Looked like he may have stepped out of bounds on that play.
And what you want to see right there is Melvin put his back to the basket and just put the defender underneath the rim. If you extend your hands, you're already right there, Melvin. So just get closer to the paint.
Melvin, of course, backed up Hunter Dickinson on DeMatha's team last year. Dickinson, of course, top 20 player in his class. Hannon looking to get the ball to Anselm, threw that one away.
Yeah, just a little bit too eager right there. Anselm trying to take on a bigger role this season, not just being a starting center, but also being a scorer.
Anselm, a 4-year varsity player for Bullis. Kicks it to the corner. Shot is strong by Tyson. Anselm secures the rebound.
And that's what Anselm is able to do so well as Rice right to the bucket. And you see the freshman not afraid of this big stage.
Smooth finish by Rice over the outstretched arms of Melvin. Bacon the other way.
And we all know Bacon is not afraid of contact. He was on that Potomac School football team, and he is committed to Northwestern to play football.
Certainly looks like a football player, and that's an interesting matchup, the freshman against the senior football player. Be interesting to see how that plays out. Tyson driving to the basket. That shot is blocked. Malcolm Alexander. Alexander has the ball at the top of the key, swings to Hannon. Hannon drives baseline. Ball back in the hands of Alexander, in and out.
That's a nice shot right there, and it's all created by the dribble drive of Hannon.
Bacon probing, finds Tyson. Tyson too strong. The other way goes Alexander. Smooth layup for Alexander, and Bullis with an early 4 points on the board.
And that's what you want if you're Bullis. Just get out, get some easy transition buckets early, and that's going to open up the rest of your offense.
Preston Bacon gets the screen from Gagnon. Entry pass down low to Melvin. Ball will stay with Potomac School.
And what you want to see is Melvin use his size a little bit more. I know he has a slender frame, but you have to go into the body of Anselm.
Melvin able to draw the foul.
As you see, what I was just alluding to is Melvin being able to go into the body of Anselm, and just make the ref call the call. Either you're going to go get to the basket, or it might even be a makeup call on the other end.
Here we see Nenda Tark checking in for the first time, the leading scorer for this Bullets team at about 14 points a game. Melvin hits the first, and then comes Nenda.
And last year for Nenda, he was seen as the third option on this team behind Lincoln Yater and Vado Morris. So this year, it's that leadership role that's so keen for him and to the success of this team.
Nenda Tark transferred from Gaithersburg a few years back, a guy who's a slasher, athletic in transition, threw down some impressive dunks the course of his career here at Bullis. Press, pass to Anselm. Alexander will step into a jumper. Good contest by Potomac. Here's Tyson the other way, gets the ball in the hands of Bacon. Bacon, hesitation move, kick to Melvin. And Melvin is called for the travel.
You have to make a decisive move right there. Melvin, he got caught in between. He wanted to shoot the jump shot. Defense closed in too fast. So that leads to a travel.
Got caught in between indeed. Shuffled his feet there, trying to make a move.
Cole Hannon had an interesting write-up about him in press hoops. They compared him to a Steve Nash.
There you see the physicality of Nenda Tark.
And that's what he brings to the game, unafraid of contact. If you want to see a player that his pure game is to attack the rim, that's what you're going to see in Nenda Tark tonight.
I know it's high praise to compare a high school player to a guy in the NBA, but his game, the slashing, ability to make plays with the ball on the floor, he reminds me of a Justice Winslow type of player at the high school level, of course.
Yeah, especially the body and the frame.
Exactly.
And he has the same frame as Justin Winslow. But what I like about Nenda Tark's game is that it all starts from the interior. He always tries to get to the basket first, and then that leads him into the mid-range and into the three-point shot.
Guy who can play legitimately 4 positions on the floor.
Yes. And guard all 4 positions as well. And that's what gives – this Bullets team has a lot of versatility in his roster.
Early 6-1 lead here for Bullets. Bacon drives in the paint, kicks it out. Another travel for Potomac School. That's the second straight.
And for Potomac School, they're not that far away, so a lot of their home crowd is here, and they haven't really given them anything to cheer about so far.
Potomac School, of course, situated in McLean, Virginia, nearby here, Potomac, Maryland. Bullets moving the ball around nicely. Ball in the hands of Rodney Rice. Crossover dribble. Rice kicks it to Hannon. 3-point shot is pure.
And that's what he's able to do so well. It's just off the creativity of his teammates. He's able to hit shots, and he's always ready.
Certainly a confidence booster, the way that Bullets has been able to start off this game, as we've talked about, struggled a bit uncharacteristic of this team, 6-7 coming into the season. This is a team that has made the ISC championship game the past 2 seasons, but they lost a lot of senior leadership with Lincoln Yater, Vado Morse. But the way these young players are playing certainly has to impress as we take a look at the coach profile of Levi Franklin.
Yeah, Levi Franklin, he's been here since 2009, but he is a local man. He grew up in the DMV, went to Central High School, played D2 basketball at Bentley College, then transferred to UMBC, where he became a part of their basketball program and saw their culture. And we all see what UMB culture is, as they were able to knock off a #1 seed in the NCAA championship.
Talk about the success that this Potomac School team has had for the championship history. Here's Bacon driving and dishing. 3-point shot is made, Josh Wooten.
And that's what he's able to do so well. He's seen as a 3-and-D guy on this team, able to hit the open jumper, then guard their best player.
Joshua Wooten, one of the seniors on this team, 6'2" guard. Going to make a nice shot there. Rodney Rice alone attempts the 3, but it misses.
And for him, that's a shot that he can hit, but so early in the game, that shot's going to be there whenever that you want it. So I would want him to get to the basket a little bit more.
See Rodney Rice playing a big role in this team as only a freshman. What's impressed you over the course of the time that you've had a chance to see him play, whether it's in Summer League or over the course of the regular season?
In the game earlier this season against Bethesda Chevy Chase, you see Nenda Tark looking for a foul right there. He was able to just come into the game. It wasn't anything forced, and that's what you like about him, is that he doesn't try to force it.
Preston Bacon misses the lefty 3-point shot. Hannon the other way. Hannon, double team, swings it to Rice. Rice is able to find his man down low, takes a spill. That's Amari Salvi.
And that's a good call right there. Wooten leaned into the contact and then leaned out of it just a little bit, and that's the right call, blocking call.
Salvi, the 6'5 junior on this team. Interesting note about this Bulls team. Unfortunate, they've had 2 players suffer ACL injuries, 2 seniors, Josiah Matthews as well as Colin Lewis, 2 players who are going to be featured in this rotation. It's been tough adjustment for this team.
Yeah, for Bruce Kelly, this is where you being such a great coach just comes out and flourishes for the whole community to see, because your team is down, but still you're able to just keep them afloat.
Coach Kelly, a guy who really values teamwork, and it's interesting the contrast between what these players are used to at the AAU level. All of a sudden you have a coach who's emphasizing teamwork, as we see a 3-point shot made there by Justin Law.
And that comes off the penetration of Bacon, and that's what he's able to do so well for this team, is just create for everybody.
Bacon, a strong-bodied player, as we see another attempt, and that's Eric Reynolds, who is actually active playing and misses the layup there. Offensive rebound corralled by Jackson Sands, stolen by Hannon. Hannon shows, goes, and gets 2.
Great awareness right there by Cole Hannon, knowing that Preston Bacon was trying to pin his shot on the glass. Nice fake, nice patience.
Bacon driving hard to the rim, called for a travel. Good defense there by Rodney Rice. Roland Martin and Alex Holmes check into the game for the first time for Potomac School.
Bullets with this guard-heavy lineup. It looks like they're going to try to get out and run, Yosef.
Nenda Tark, top of the key. Dribbled into traffic, lost the ball. Martin guarded by Reynolds. Screen set by Sands. Martin, pull up, blocked by Nenda Tark.
And then the Tark getting a little bit of revenge right there. Reynolds stole the ball from him, so he blocks the shot.
Ball goes to Alexander, bounces out to Rice, fakes the pass and kicks it out to Alexander for 3, and he hits.
And that's what Coach Kelly wants, as you see 3 passes before you get that open shot.
Coach Kelly preaches unselfishness and teamwork, and those are characteristics that this Bulls team has really embodied here today. Potomac swinging the ball across the top of the key. Crossover dribble, power move to the bucket goes Law. That ball is plucked away. Malcolm Alexander the other way. Reynolds couldn't finish. Here's Roland Martin, swing pass. Law, 3, no good. Rodney Rice behind the back. Rice weaving his way through traffic. The shot is blocked. Bulls maintains possession. Alexander from the corner, no good. Amsalem is fouled trying to get the offensive rebound.
And that's a good sequence for Bullets. They play great defense on one end. Then they come down, multiple passes. They had an open corner shot, didn't hit, but still C.J. Amsalem. And that's what he's able to do, is just pound that offensive board.
Reynolds to Hannon, zone defense being played. Hannon launches a 3, no good. Here's Bacon the other way, slicing his way to the rim. Layup is missed. Nenda Tark the other way. Bacon comes all the way back, recovers, and steals it away from Tark.
Great play right there by Justin Bacon. Smart decision. You don't have to force that shot. Last shot of the quarter will get you an even better shot.
15 seconds remaining as Bacon guarded by Cole Hannon. You have to think this is a mismatch that Potomac School is looking to exploit.
You see they're bringing the double team already, Yosef.
Double comes. Bacon able to kick this out to Martin. Martin too strong. 2 seconds to go. Alexander's going to put it up from half court. Almost goes. At the end of one, Bullis leads Potomac School 15-7. We'll be right back here, the ISC MAC Challenge, here on DMVSTREAM.com.
Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome to Westfield High School.
We have a great game in store for you today. The first time in the history of the Capital Classic that girls high school basketball players, the finest in the country, will be taking the court. Start of the second quarter, Bullis leads Potomac School 15-7. Take a look at the history of the ISC MAC Challenge, an event that began in 2014, features 6 games between IAC and MAC conference teams, and the teams rotate between hosting. Bullis is the host this year, as they were the only IAC team to volunteer to host the event, and we've seen several great games. You were a part of the call on that St. Albans game where St. Andrews was able to pull away late. Terrific game between Murray and Episcopal, and now we take a look at what Bullis has been able to do here, really making a statement in the first quarter.
Yeah, and for this Bullis team, they're doing it as a team, which is what Coach Kelly preaches all the time.
Traveling violation called on Amstelum, looking to make that skip pass to the corner.
Yeah, Amstelum a little bit too eager on that play. As you see, the missed footing, and Ralph got it right with the travel call.
Bacon guarded by Reynolds, top of the key.
Reynolds is really an underrated player in the DMV area.
Did a nice job there, beating Bacon to the spot, flying around defensively. Shot clock running down, under 5 seconds. Tyson plucked away by Tarkin. How about the defensive effort here by Bullis?
And that's what you have to love if you are Coach Kelly, is that you guys are playing together. As you see, CJ Amstelum right there again for the board. And that's what Bullis has been able to do this entire game.
Beautiful one-handed tip by Amstelum off of the Cole Hannon miss.
And Bullis is really getting Potomac out of their offense. Preston Bacon is usually the one that creates, and with Reynolds' defense on him, he hasn't been able to get into the paint at all.
One thing you'll notice about this Bullis team is that they've got a lot of long wings who can be really disruptive. Guys like Reynolds, Alexander, Nendatark really done a number on this Potomac School team. Shot clock violation as we see that defense stepping up here. Bullis holds an early 10-point lead.
Coach Kelly didn't want them to call the violation because they had the ball in their hand, and he had a streaky Nendatark down here, which is probably going to end in showtime.
Nendatark, a guy who's known for his pyrotechnics on the fast break, an explosive player. Rodney Rice back into the game at the point. Swings it to Tark. Alexander, hesitation move, able to get the soft finger roll.
And you got to love that, playing the angles, being able to cut the defender off, get to the spot before him, and then the nice finger roll. You don't see that too much anymore, Yosef.
Throwback to George Gervin, of course. That's Sands trying to put the ball on the floor. Bullis the other way, ball in the hands of Cole Hannon. Hannon, no look to Alexander, pulls up from the elbow, no good. Melvin clears.
Oh, Wooten almost made Hannon fall right there.
Josh Wooten indeed almost made Hannon fall with the crossover dribble. Ball in the hands of Bacon, guarded by Rice. Swings it to Sands, out to Melvin. Melvin guarded by Amstelum. Crossover dribble right to left, no good. Good defensive by Amstelum.
It's just too much inconsistency from Melvin. Sometimes he looks like he wants to attack, other times he looks like he doesn't.
6'10" junior forward for Potomac School. So we mentioned transferred from DeMatha. Cole Hannon misses the corner three. The other way goes Wooten.
And this Bullets team is doing a great job of getting back. Potomac School, they love to get out in transition, and it seems they're struggling in the half court right now.
Absolutely right. This Bullets defense slowing this team down, being able to stop both Bacon and Melvin, two of the primary threats. Melvin attacks the basket, able to finish through two defenders.
That's what happens when you're the tallest man on the court, is that you just have to keep the ball high and go up strong.
Then to Tark. Takes the screen from Amsalem. Leaner, no good. Wooten the other way for Potomac.
And then Tatarka trying to attack the body of the defender that time, just a little bit off.
Hannon over pursued. Bacon kicks this one out to Tyson. Tyson, beautiful pass back to Bacon, and he finishes.
You don't really expect to see that from Tyson all the time, but Preston Bacon was a lost man, but he was found for the easy layup.
Bacon switches out on Hannon, back to Rice. Rice from the corner. Short.
The ball hit some equipment over there for DMVSTREAM.com.
Fortunate that no equipment was damaged there, but the ball did indeed bounce our way as Jackson Stands went to corral the ball.
I thought it was about to run into us. We got a little bit scared.
And 4 minutes into the second quarter. Bulls leads by 8, 19-11. Melvin. Mid-range jumper, no good. Spin move by Rice. Rodney Rice pulls up. Melvin with a nice contest. Looks like Rice is going to get called for tripping. Stuck his legs up. Melvin able to keep his balance.
Looked a little frustrated after missing that pull-up jumper. He felt like it was good, but as a young player, you just can't lay on the ground and then try to grab another player. The ref is going to call that every time. You see the ref talking to him right now. Joseph, doesn't this speak to today's game? A player the size of Jamel Melvin. We haven't really seen him go into the paint too much. He's outside the paint shooting a lot of jump shots.
Absolutely right. We saw that one finish between two defenders, but otherwise seen a lot of mid-range jumpers from him. Bacon, guarded by Reynolds, kicks this out to Wooten. Wooten unable to hit. Ball stays with Potomac School. It looks like call will be against Amsalem.
And this team's success is really predicated on the penetration of Bacon, him being able to get into the lane. As you see again, he's able to grade for his teammates, and Josh Wooten wasn't able to knock it down that time.
Stand corrected. It looks like it was Salvi who was called for the foul there, number 5. Bacon short on the jumper.
A lot of settling for this Potomac team right now. This Bullets defense is great.
How about Alexander, a whirling dervish? It looked like a little shaken up after the drive there. Two players shaken up. It looks like Alexander and Wooten.
Looked like he hit his tailbone on that one. Hopefully he's okay.
Alexander still down. Coach Kelly coming down to check on Malcolm Alexander, and this is a Bullets team that's been bitten by the injury bug. We mentioned both Josiah Matthews as well as Colin Lewis tore their ACLs earlier in the season. Lewis tore his ACL in the summer, and Matthews tore his ACL September, and very unfortunate coincidence, these two players also tore their ACLs during their sophomore seasons. Alexander taking deep breaths there. Wooten's back up after the spill there. Going to take a quick commercial break.
Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome to Westfield High School.
We have a great game in store for you today. The first time in the history of the Capital Classic that girls high school basketball players, the finest in the country, will be taking the court. Welcome back. Joseph Nasser here alongside Brandon Green. The game between Bullis and Potomac School, Bullis leading 19-11. We saw Malcolm Alexander slowly walk off the court. Injury replacement for him is number 31, Alan Kane, the sophomore. Good to see Alexander walk off under his own power. Kane hits the second free throw. He will knock down both.
Alexander at the end of the bench looking like he's trying to get back into this game. Saw him over there stretching a little bit.
You see the elevation there. Looks like Wooten under him, and he took a tough spill. Hopefully he's all right. He's standing talking to one of the trainers.
But for this Bullis team, that doesn't really change what has been so effective for them in this early going, and it's been their defense and them playing as a team, and that's been one of our keys to this game, is them being able to make those winning plays and share the ball.
Bacon gets the screen, kicks out. Law hits the three.
And that's what they're going to need more of. Justin Law, you're going to have to bring the whole criminal justice system with you today. Because you're going to have to be able to hit those shots all day long.
Administering some law and order there, if you will. It's Justin. Here's Nenda Tark. Pull-up jumper. It's too strong. Justin Law with the rebound. Bacon slows it down. Back to Law. Out to Bacon. Ball goes off of the foot of Bacon. Disagrees with that assessment.
You can't say so much more about this Bullis defense. They just been great in the first half. Their offense is going to come, but this defense has been stifling.
Here's Reynolds. Power move to the basket. Eric Reynolds.
Eric Reynolds is going to make a name for himself this season. I saw him earlier in the season, and he was doing the exact same thing, Joseph. Being able to get to the basket, and that sets up that mid-range jumper that he loves to hit.
A lot of young, talented players on this roster. Reynolds, a 6'1 sophomore, playing a big-time role for this team. Bacon, doubled. How about Nenda Tark flying in there? Rodney Rice blows by Bacon to the basket. Too strong. Offensive foul called on Rice.
And Rice might have a case right there because Law was still moving while he was in the air from what I saw. We have a great vantage point down here on the baseline, Joseph, but still the ref made the call.
Ref made the call indeed. Rice will go to the bench. And Malcolm Alexander back on the floor. Good to see him.
And the end of quarters are so important for both of these teams. Potomac in particular, you haven't been playing that well, and you have to get something going here.
Law shot too strong. Wooten unable to finish on the reverse layup. Ball in the hands of Sands, and Sands able to finish.
And Sands is seen as the C.J. Anselm is for Bullis, and that is that type of energy player that's able to get you rebounds and just give you effort.
Shot clock turned off 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Reynolds isolated against Bacon. Reynolds goes right past the help, unable to finish. Kicks out to Alexander from the corner. Can't hit. And after 2 quarters, Bullis leads Potomac School 23-16. We'll be right back here, the ISC MAC Challenge, after these messages.
Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome to Westfield High School.
We have a great game in store for you today. The first time in the history of the Capital Classic that girls high school basketball players, the finest in the country, will be taking the court.
Welcome to Turney Field in Sparks, Maryland. USA Fall Classic tonight. Perfect night for lacrosse. The U.S. national team taking on the defending national champion Maryland Terrapins. Scott Jackson and Matt DeSilva here with you, and we're going to hear from Alex Littlehales, our sideline reporter, here in a while. But Matt, so much talent on Team USA. Matt, you think you have this play stopped?
And that's probably the best the U.S. offense has looked so far. Slick move by Walters, rings off the pipe, and check out the redirect by Schreiber off that rebound. I mean, that ball was not in Schreiber's second for but half a second. Moves it right to Pinnell. Pinnell sticks it. Bing, bang, boom, tic-tac-toe. 5-1.
Really pretty.
DMVSTREAM.COM, the Mid-Atlantic's leader in sports video, broadcasting, and live streaming. Contact us today to learn more about our services and streaming packages. Visit us on the web at DMVSTREAM.COM. That's DMVSTREAM.COM. At DMVSTREAM.com, we're working hard in our HD production studio to continue to bring our viewers a continuous flow of new and fresh content. Our studio material includes shows, analysis, recaps, previews, highlights, interviews, and commentary, all about your favorite DMV sports, including high school, colleges, and pro teams. Commercial space and inventory is available for sponsorship and businesses. Learn more about how to join our network of partners at DMVSTREAM.com. That's DMVSTREAM.com. DMVSTREAM.com is the Mid-Atlantic's leader in sports video, broadcasting, and live streaming. Utilizing state-of-the-art production tools, DMVSTREAM.com provides an unparalleled viewing experience from events like amateur, high school, AAU, youth, colleges, and professional sporting events. Using multiple camera angles, live scoring, graphics, and a complete broadcast crew, all working together to showcase the DMV's finest. Contact us today to learn more about our services and streaming packages. Visit us on the web at DMVSTREAM.com. DMVSTREAM.com, the Mid-Atlantic's leader in sports video, broadcasting, and live streaming. Contact us today to learn more about our services and streaming packages. Visit us on the web at DMVSTREAM.com. That's DMVSTREAM.com. At DMVSTREAM.com, we use state-of-the-art live streaming and video production tools to create an unparalleled viewing experience from local sporting events. Whether we're using our 12-foot HD broadcast production truck or employing one of our state-of-the-art fly pack kits, our broadcasts always include multiple camera angles, instant replay, live scoring, graphics, and a complete broadcast crew working together to showcase the DMV's finest. Contact us today to learn more about our services and streaming packages. Visit us on the web at DMVStream.com.
At the half here at the nightcap of the IAC MAC Challenge, Bullis leads Potomac School 23-16. Joseph Nasser here alongside Brandon Green. And Brandon, interesting game that we saw here early. What's your takeaway after a half of action?
That this Bullis team is really playing as a team. It feels like they're finally bringing it together. Inconsistent season. Feels like tonight is their night, and then being able to just play that defense and play through each other has been huge in this game.
Seems like tonight is the night for Bullis. Earlier this afternoon, it was the afternoon for E.J. Jarvis. Our Brianna Hodges had a chance to speak with him earlier this afternoon.
I'm Brianna Hodges here with E.J. Jarvis. You guys just got a really big win. Those are the only team that did not beat y'all. How did it feel to get this game back?
I thought it was a great team win. I think that we came out, we were ready for this. We wanted to win this game more than anything. And I thought everybody on the floor, on the bench, coaches, assistant coaches really came out and just gave it their best.
Now, EJ, what happened there in the fourth quarter when you sat down?
When I sat down, I was obviously frustrated, but I had to put the trust in my teammates that they could finish this off and that we could get the win.
And in these next games coming up, what are you looking forward to doing?
Definitely staying together as one, not letting this win get the better of us. Even though we won, we still gotta play our game, play at our tempo, and keep on doing this until the season ends.
Big time performance there from E.J. Jarvis and Moray's 63-57 win against Episcopal, making plays on both ends. Only had 6 in the first half, but really came alive in the second half, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, for E.J. Jarvis, he showed you the whole kitchen sink, okay? He showed you his jump shot. He showed you his ability to finish. Then he showed you why he's so touted and going to Yale, and it is because of that defense.
Also saw the fadeaway 3 with the shot clock running down as you see the Bullis players back in action. And Brandon, one of the things we want to talk about is we talk about Coach Levi Franklin. How about the championship history for Potomac? They last won the MAC championship in 2012. Now, thing to note about the MAC championship, they've got the MAC tournament and they also have the MAC conference. So they've won the conference 5 times. They won the tournament in 2012, and you see the team there from that season from the Potomac School Hoops Twitter account.
Yeah, and for that MAC tournament, that is a battle of nutrition because they play, in order for you to make the championship game, you have to win 3 games in 3 days, and that is telling you that you have to be able to weather some storms.
On the other side for Bullis, we take a look at some of the notable alumni. Dwayne Haskins pictured, an all-Met performer at the quarterback position, has a big decision to make whether or not he wants to enter the NFL draft. In my opinion, I think this guy's best quarterback who could be in the draft. Some other names: Seth Davis of CBS, Doug Moe, former ABA All-Star and NBA head coach, Princess Noor Pahlavi, Monique Curry, who's on the Washington Mystics. Other names not listed: Tanar Jackson, who formerly played for the Bucks as a safety, and Moise Foiku, who is a linebacker for our Philadelphia Eagles, who play tomorrow against the Bears. But that is tomorrow. This is tonight, and we take a look at Bullis. We're about to start the second half. Business as usual for them. What do they need to do to sustain the success that they've had early on?
Really, in order for them to sustain that success that we all want to see, is get back to what they were doing throughout the first half, playing as a team, playing team defense, as we see Nenda Tark starting the second half, change from that first half, and that's because this group right here was playing so well. And then if you're able to insert a Cole Hannon into this lineup, that bodes well for this team.
Had a chance to talk with Coach Kelly earlier in the week about what some of his coaching philosophies are. And he said the secret sauce is being a good teammate. We've seen good team play here for Bullis on both ends. Potomac School starts with the ball in the second half. Bacon looking to enter the ball to Melvin, instead gets it to Tyson. Tyson's going to swing this one. Gagnon almost traveled. Gets it to Melvin. Tyson. Justin Law driving to the basket and gets the friendly roll.
Slick move by Justin Law right there to use his arm as a shield to get by the defender. The refs call that sometimes. I guess the ref didn't see it right there.
Justin Law really the only Panther to get something going in the first half offensively. 6 points. So we see a foul here. I believe it's on Rodney Rice.
You see the freshman able to press the issue, and his ability to get into the paint has really shown me something, because as a freshman, this big stage, you got so many people in this gym, he's just not afraid.
Excuse me, the foul was on Preston Bacon, number 23 for Potomac School, as Rice hits the first. Talk about Bullis and what they're able to do for Potomac School. Slow start, 16 points in the first half. What would you like to see from them in that second half?
I would want to see Preston Bacon in a pick and roll situation, because his ability to create downhill hasn't really been there. You have to be able to get him going downhill, and what a better way to do that than the pick and roll.
Pass from Bacon slips through the hands of Tyson. Bullis will get possession. Entry pass to Nenda Tark at the elbow, able to finish through contact. Tark is going to the line.
And that's what he is able to do so well. Natural left-handed scorer. His ability to hit both his left and his right hand around the rim is why he is such a dangerous finisher.
Leading scorer on the season for Bullis at 14.7 points a game. Free throw rolls out. 9-point lead for Bullis here.
This Potomac team a little bit out of sorts on the offensive end, not really knowing what they want to get into.
This Bullis defense is swarming, making it tough for Potomac School to get anything going. Wild shot there by Bacon. Saves this one, but into the arms of Rice. Rice in transition. Beautiful pass there. Reynolds! And one finish.
And that's what Reynolds does so well, just that ability to finish around the rim. And what a pass from the freshman.
How about Reynolds, as you said, finishing around the rim, keeping the ball high, taking the body contact. Gets his opportunity at an and one here.
And this Bullis team, it's not like last year where you just have a pure scorer in Vado Morris. They have to do it by a committee, and their ability to get up and down the floor. They have a lot of players that are the same size, and they can switch everything.
I think they've done a nice job using their defense to generate offense, and you've seen it time and time again. Deflections, steals, players going the other way in transition, and Bullis has really been rewarded by that, leading here 30-18 early in the third quarter. And I want to talk about the IAC as we take a look at Bruce Kelly, a man who played D3 basketball at Catholic University. He worked as an assistant coach, both Gonzaga and American University under Dick Myers and Chris Nockey, respectively. Nockey, of course, the voice of the Maryland Terrapins. And as we talked about, his coaching philosophy is that the secret sauce is being a good teammate. Seemingly simple words, but they've got depth and meaning.
Yeah, extreme depth and meaning, because when you're playing on a basketball team, of course it's 5 players, but everybody, even on the bench, everybody is talking, everybody's communicating for this Bullets team, which makes you feel that you're a part of the game.
Bacon able to get to the rim, but shot bounces off. Nenda Tark the other way. How about that? Tark almost gets an and one. Instead, he'll go to the line.
And he's so instinctive when he's driving the basketball, knowing which way to turn, which way to fake, to be able to create that space and get to the basket.
Brennan, I want to talk about the IAC because it seems like it's as wide open as ever. Georgetown Prep, of course, winning, but they lose 3 prominent seniors on that team. Tark hits the first free throw, but in talking to some of the coaches around this event, it seems like the sense is that St. Stephen, St. Agnes is the early favorite.
Yeah, I would say them, but don't count out that Georgetown team. What Ryan Escott was doing over there is a tremendous job getting his team to play like this Bullets team, which is defense first and then it's offense by committee. Of course, Kerfman is their shooter and their scorer, but as you see, Preston Bacon being able to get into the lane for the and one, but that Georgetown team is formidable.
Preston Bacon driving layup, able to finish and one. Mentioned Kerfman, the shooter. Desire, the big man, big-time player for them.
And Desire is one of the best defenders that the DMV has to offer. He was able to shut down Casey Marcel last year. He was able to control Votto Morris. I've seen on many occasions him guard team's best players and able to contain them.
St. Stephen, St. Agnes, of course, have Charles Thompson, the big man, going to Towson. Christian DePauler going to Air Force. See the Bullets able to break the press there, but if Bullets can generate some momentum, they have as good a shot as anybody as Nenda Tark, spinning move, able to finish through contact.
And that's what you love about Nenda, is that he doesn't settle for the jump shot as you see him get to that right hand.
Ball thrown away. Tyson frustrated.
A lot of frustration from this Potomac team right now is because their offense has stymied. They really want to get out and run, but they haven't been able to do that because this Bullets team has just been too good.
Saw Episcopal earlier, able to come back, but Murray was able to stave them off, winning 63-57 there. Episcopal, of course, in the IAC. And Landon has been the biggest surprise of any team. Tark finds Amsalem in the corner. Bacon going the other way after he grabbed the rebound. Bacon puts his head down, finds Law. Law from the corner, hits the three.
And that's been their best offense so far this game, is Bacon being able to drive and kick it out to Law for the three.
As you mentioned, Bacon going to play wide receiver at Northwestern. Here's Malcolm Alexander, slips again. Tough fall. He's going to get called for the travel.
And for this Bullets team, Potomac is making their run right now. But as you know, this is a game of run, so being able to weather this storm and see if Potomac can get back into this game.
Interesting to see. They've made their run, and Preston Bacon's been a big factor. Melvin sets the screen. Double. Here's Reynolds the other way. Eric Reynolds with the slam! Eric Reynolds!
What did I tell you, Joseph? Eric Reynolds is going to come to play. He's trying to make a name for himself this season.
He certainly has done that here tonight as Amsalem gets called for the foul on the driving Preston Bacon. You see Reynolds able to make the play in the passing lane, and then he shows off a bit of the athleticism with the two-handed stuff.
But for this Potomac team, as you see, they're getting more into that high pick and roll with Bacon and Melvin, and that's what you want to see, is them Preston Bacon being able to attack downhill.
Halfway through the quarter, Bullis leads by 11. Shot goes awry. Here's Tyson, air ball. Josh Wooten picks it up. Bacon guarded by Reynolds. Back to Tyson. Tyson spin move. Fadeaway jumper, no good.
And that's not the offense that you want. Go back to that high pick and roll with Preston Bacon.
No look pass. Hannon to Salvi. Looked like that may have been deflected by a Potomac School player. An illegal dribble called on Preston Bacon there by the referee. Like he may have palmed the ball.
Levi Franklin looking for an explanation because that happened right in front of his bench.
He may have been called for a carry there. Bullis leads 35-24. Hannon behind the back. Kicks it out to Alexander. Alexander, hop step, called for the travel. Good defense there by Melvin.
And that's what you want to see from a big man, is not go for the ball fakes or for the pump fakes. Just keep your feet planted on the ground, and you're the biggest thing out here, so just keep your hands straight up.
Melvin, of course, a member of that DeMatha team. DeMatha won the WCAC championship last season, and they're nationally ranked, a force to be reckoned with. Bacon puts his head down, unable to finish. Hannon the other way. Hannon gets it to Reynolds. Foul called on Tyson.
A little bit of a frustration from Tyson going on in this third quarter. We saw him yelling at Preston Bacon before. Then we seen the air ball again to another miss and now to another foul. And that speaks to a lot for this Potomac team on this night. It's just been a frustrating night where nothing has really seemed to have gone their way.
Cole Hannon gets it to Amsalem. Motion offense. Nenda Tark, top of the key, guarded by Wooten. Spin move. Tark. No look pass to Amsalem. Amsalem finds Salvi. Salvi gets it to Reynolds. Contested shot. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Good defense there by Potomac School.
That's what you want to see as we come to the end of the third quarter, is that you being able to guard this team for the full 30 seconds.
Defensively, Potomac School has had some nice moments. It's that offense that's gotten a little clogged down here. Let's see what they can do. Maybe they go back to that high pick and roll to generate something offensively.
And it looks like they're going back to it right here. Down screen for Justin Law.
Entry pass to Melvin facing up against Amsalem. And you see the strength there by Amsalem, although he's called for the foul.
It didn't look too much like a foul right there. C.J. Amsalem being able to slide his feet. I don't know what more you want him to do.
Melvin will shoot 2 here at the free throw line. Friendly bounce for Melvin as he hits the first.
And you just want to see Melvin be more aggressive in this game. Take it to the body of Amsalem. But we haven't even seen him get to that mid-range shot like we saw in the beginning of that first half.
Pressure look defensively. Hannon able to cross the timeline. Floats a pass. Bacon almost intercepted that one. Rice from mid-range. Bounces off the rim. Wooten the other way. Up ahead to Tyson. How about the offensive foul there? Cole Hannon, right place at the right time.
And that's what Cole Hannon is able to do for your team, that ability to make up those plays. But this Potomac School press is something to be reckoned with. When they go to it, especially with Melvin at the top of it, they were able to wreak havoc when they played Riverdale Baptist earlier this season.
Amsalem tried to enter the ball to Tark. Foul called on number 3, Justin Law. Looks like Tark will shoot the 1-and-1. See Josh Wooten going to the bench, as well as Law. And then DeTark calmly sinks the first free throw.
And for Nenda Tark, he's been able to explode in this third quarter, figuratively and literally being able to get to the basket and finish with either hand.
Tark only a 52% free throw shooter, but able to knock down both right there. You mentioned it, Nenda Tark being able to make plays defensively, slashing to the rim, drawing the body contact, and it's been a big-time factor for this team. Bacon able to weave his way out of the trap attempt.
Yeah, when I was able to speak to Nenda Tark before the game, he seemed calm and collected, especially this being your home gym and you're playing right in your own backyard. He has to feel comfortable out there.
Absolutely. 6-7, not a record that this Bulls team is used to, but they've shown signs of being able to right the ship by playing as a team and defensively doing some nice things, although big-time shot there, Alex Holmes for three.
And it looks like Coach Franklin is opting to go with more shooting in this lineup.
Tark top of the key, guarded by Melvin. Tark loses it. Tyson the other way. Tyson finds Bacon. Bacon's going to put up a shot, no good. Tark elevates for the rebound. Tark, semi-transition, in and out dribble. How about the finish there by Nenda Tark?
As you see him be able to get to that right hand, it looks like he finishes with his right hand better than his left.
Nenda Tark, of course, the southpaw, a lefty. But able to execute the nice finish there in transition.
And that's what you love if you're Coach Kelly. Nenda Tark coming downhill because he's so creative when he gets into the air that he can finish with the best of them.
I was at a game here last year, Bullis versus Episcopal, and Nenda Tark had one of the nastiest dunks I saw in the area. I believe he won the Play of the Week at DMVSTREAM.com. Well-deserved and certainly showing the athleticism as Reynolds slashes to the rim.
Reynolds is a pure scorer, ladies and gentlemen. When he gets that ball, he has nothing on his mind but to put it in the basket.
45 seconds remaining in the quarter. Potomac School down by 13. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Law driving to the basket. How about that finish by Justin Law?
Justin Law mixing up his game a little bit. As you've seen him hit 2 threes in that first half, hit another one in this third quarter, and now getting to that basket.
Bullis can hold for the final shot here. Less than 15 seconds remaining. Reynolds isolated against Bacon. Drives past Bacon, finds Tark. Tark will pull for three. No good. Half-court shot attempt. Too strong for Melvin, and after three, Bullis leads Potomac School 41-30 in this final IAC MAC Challenge basketball game. We'll be right back here on DMVSTREAM.com after this.
Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome to Westfield High School.
We have a great game in store for you today. The first time in the history of the Capital Classic that girls high school basketball players, the finest in the country, will be taking the court.
After three, Bullis leads Potomac School 41-30. Potomac School has shown flashes, but it's been the play of Eric Reynolds has really stood out here for Bullis.
Yeah, the guard play for this Bullis team as a whole, it was Malcolm Alexander getting it done in that first half. Then you see Eric Reynolds and Nenda Tark take over that third quarter.
Here's Alexander, true to form. Airballs the three, though. Good contest by Potomac School, and that's going to go Panthers' way.
And this first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter is going to be truly imperative for this Potomac School because they're going to have to be able to get back into this game as Preston Bacon gets into the lane for the and one.
And one finish there by Bacon using the little Euro step to get to the basket, cutting this lead to single digits.
You want to see Potomac School do more of that. Don't wait for this Bullets defense to set up as you were doing in that first half. Get downhill, get your body into the paint and see what happens.
Bacon misses the free throw. Hannon head of steam the other way. Corner three. Alexander too strong. Reynolds the offensive rebound. How about the hustle there by Reynolds, keeping it alive. Alexander tries again, no good. Big time three there. That's Holmes.
And Holmes has provided something off that bench, which is a scoring punch for Potomac.
Then to Tark. No look pass. Alexander. Three for $1. Can't hit. Offensive rebound. Reynolds. Wild shot. Can't finish. Melvin clears. Melvin bring the ball up the court. Hands of Law. Law's guarded by Reynolds. Law. Floater. Rolls off and Tark hits the floor.
It was a pretty good shot by Justin Law right there, but what I would love for them to do is get back to that pick and roll with Justin Bacon and Melvin. You had a lot created off that, and that opens up your shooters.
Quietly, Potomac School's been able to cut this lead to 6, chipping away. It's going to come down. It looks like it may come down to what Coach Kelly was talking about, creating winning plays. A part of that is being able to execute here at the free throw line. Tark misses the free throw, and he hits the floor again. Took a tough shot. Looked like the shoulder of Melvin hit him in the face. No worse for the wear as Bullis will inbound.
And that's good hustle from Nina Tark right there. You as the free throw shooter are the first one to know if it's good or not. So being able to get your nose in there and get the ball, great play by Tark.
Hannon guarded by Law. Bacon almost intercepted that. Reynolds out to Tark. Tark will shoot the three. No good.
A lot of settling for this Bullets team right now. As I count, 5 threes in this fourth quarter already. Didn't make any.
Bacon. Again, Bacon slashing to the basket, willing his way to the free throw line.
And what happens when you shoot those threes, if you're Bullets, is that it's going to be a long rebound 50% of the time. So that leads to Potomac being able to get out into the fast break.
Bruce Kelly not happy. He's going to take the timeout here with 6:14 remaining.
And Bruce Kelly has to be telling his team right now, let's just get back to what we were doing. We're coming a little bit out of our offense, but let's just get back to what we were doing.
We mentioned adversity for this Bullis Bulldogs team, losing seniors Colin Lewis and Josiah Matthews to torn ACLs. Lewis suffered his injury in the summer and Matthews shortly after in the fall. And Coach Kelly was telling me that these two players both suffered ACL injuries their sophomore years as well. And obviously it's a hit to the rotation, but Coach Kelly expressed the fact that we feel for those kids not being able to play their senior year. We still get to go out there and play. Don't feel sorry for us. We've still got guys who are going to go out there and work. Good message for his team, and it's provided opportunities for younger players to step up for this Bullis team.
Yeah, whenever you go through darkness, it may seem that it's dark at the time, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what Coach Kelly was truly preaching to his team, and that's being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it seemed like they went through that rocky start for a reason. Coming out of inconsistent play, and now you're up by 6 points against a good Potomac team.
Same time, good opportunity here to try and close out a game, a contest that Bullis really dominated in the first half as Bacon takes the free throw, unable to hit. teamwork and making winning plays are two of the things that Coach Kelly emphasized in his conversation with us earlier in the week. Bacon hits the second, cuts the lead to 5.
Here comes the press from Potomac. It's so hard to pass the ball over Melvin's outstretched hands.
Reynolds threw it away. Law dives on the floor. Hannon, how about Hannon plucking that one away, preserving the possession for Bullis. Reverse layup is good.
And Cole Hannon looks like he goes from 0 to 60 in one footstep, being able to shake the defender with the hesitation and the beautiful reverse layup.
Heads up play by Hannon after it looked like Reynolds turned it over, able to hustle and gets rewarded with a reverse layup. Bacon drives in the traffic. Rice the other way. Traveling violation.
That's a good heads-up play right there by Justin Law, being able to affect Rice's drive.
Bullis leads by 7. Holmes back to Bacon. Bacon goes opposite the screen, spin move. It looked like a block by Tark, but foul is called, and Bacon again, he's made a living at the line here in this second half.
And that's just a change of mindset. We saw him in the beginning of that first quarter settling for a lot of jump shots, but now he's getting back to what makes Preston Bacon, and that's being able to get to the line.
Bacon hits the first free throw there. Bacon knocks down 2. Bullis leads by 5. Reynolds attacking the basket. Kicks it out. Amsterdam for 3. No good. Bacon the other way. Head of steam. Preston Bacon on the finish.
As we mentioned before, long threes lead to long rebounds, which leads to Potomac School being able to get out into transition.
Potomac School has cut the lead to 3. Rice with the ball, guarded by Melvin. Rodney Rice. No good. Potomac School. Bacon pulls up. No good. Hannon with the rebound. Cole Hannon the other way. Hannon kicks out. Rice for 3. No good. Out of bounds. Potomac School ball.
And it looks like Bullis right now is searching for that hero shot. They're shooting a lot of threes. Let's get back to what we were doing in that first half is what Coach Kelly has to be preaching to his team, and that's being able to get the ball into the paint. I expect to see Nenda Tark become a big part of this offense.
Malcolm Alexander checks back into the game. You mentioned it, hero shots from the perimeter, and they've led to opportunities that have allowed Potomac School to get back into this game. Bacon to Melvin. Melvin hits the hook.
And that's what you want to see Melvin do. That was great action right there to get him the down screen and then him being able to finish over that left shoulder. And that shows you the game of Melvin.
Salvi to Alexander. Back to Rice. Rice to Tark. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tark crossover dribble. Hesitation move, kicks to the corner. Reynolds, too strong. Tyson with the rebound.
And this Potomac defense has really been stifling. They haven't been able to get into the lane.
Law, attempted the 3, no good. Reynolds the other way. Eric Reynolds, mid-range jumper is pure.
And that's what Eric Reynolds is able to do so well. You fear the drive, so now what am I going to do? I'm going to stop on a dime and hit it right in your face.
Reynolds is certainly impressed in this game and able to calm the nerves of this Bullis crowd after the big-time Potomac School run. Here, Potomac School, we saw some nice action getting the ball down low to Melvin. Melvin able to shoot over the top of the defender. Bacon's been able to will his way to the line. With this game, they went on a nice run. What do you want to do if you're Potomac School to try and get this lead?
Well, what you don't want to do is settle, and that's what we saw Preston Bacon do a couple of possessions ago. We saw him get to the line a little bit, but then he pulled up for that three. You didn't need that right there. What you needed to do is get it back to what we just saw from Melvin, which is get it on that right or left block and let him be able to go over and finish. He is the tallest person on this court. I can't explain that any better than that. Just get him the ball around the paint and just let him go up.
Melvin. Law directing traffic. Nenda Tark almost plucks that away. Shot clock running down, 5 seconds to go. Law, soft floater is good. Justin Law.
And as we see Potomac School getting back into that paint, that has been a recipe for them this entire half.
Panthers down 1. Entry pass to Tark in the post. Swings it. Rodney Rice for 3. It's good.
And the freshman with the nice jump shot right there at a time when they needed it the most.
Bullis up 4. Tyson. Nice pass to Melvin and 1.
And that's how you attack a 3-2 zone. Get it to this below the line baseline right here and being able to get it back into Melvin, who was cutting, perfect cut by Melvin into the middle of that zone.
Jonathan Gagnon looked like was in that short corner, and nice job there by Melvin to make the cut to the basket, finishing through traffic. Chance to bring Potomac School within 1. Rims out. Rodney Rice, guarded by Bacon. Not a good foul there by Bacon. Picked up Rice full court. Tough break for the Panthers.
And if you're Bullis, this is exactly what you want right now, is to get to the free throw line, and get some easy points.
Olsen the double bonus. They'll shoot 2 here. Rodney Rice at the line. First shot rims out.
And this game has really picked up in energy, which is a testament to both teams in the second half.
Rice hits the second. Bullis up 3. Melvin, catch at the elbow. Tyson back to Bacon. Trying to establish position.
And that was a great fight right there by Roland Martin, fighting with Melvin down low. Melvin just getting a little bit too physical.
Melvin called for the offensive foul there. Ball bounces off the hands of Rice. Potomac showed pressure. Rice turns it over.
Rice a little bit too eager to get that ball. Mistake by the freshman. You have other players on the court. They were going to come down. You just had to be patient.
Bacon, big time finish. Preston Bacon.
And as you see, Preston Bacon getting downhill. We can't mention enough his football pedigree and him playing at Northwestern. He looked like a running back on that play.
Just like a running back, slicing through the lane. And how about the hang time? That shot took place about 5 feet away from us, and the hang time, the angle, able to kiss it off the glass. Big time shot there for Bacon.
Yeah, tough shot for Potomac School, and this is the closest that the game has been since early in that second quarter.
So we take another look. Screen set by Melvin. Bacon able to lower the shoulder, and you look there, the hanging shot off the glass. Big time play there by Bacon.
And that's what you love to see if you are Coach Levi Franklin. That's your team attacking. That's what he was probably preaching for in that first half. It seemed as though the script has flipped because now Bullis is the team settling and Potomac is the team attacking.
We've talked about it throughout this broadcast, this concept of making winning plays. And Coach Kelly said that sometimes it's a matter of self-belief, believing that you will come through in crunch time. It's a young team that's trying to build along, and winning plays can be as simple as executing an inbounds pass, making a free throw. This team has a lot of talent, and they've put that on display. We'll see if they can close this one out. Pressure look defensively. Bacon picking up Reynolds full court. Reynolds to Alexander. Three-point basket is good! Malcolm Alexander!
And Alexander finally hits one. He's been searching for that this entire quarter.
That same spot in the corner, he took 3 of them earlier in the game. Finally hits that corner three-point shot at a big-time moment. Tyson to Wooten. Wooten too strong. Tyson, offensive rebound. Wooten back to Tyson for 3. Looked like Tark got a piece of it. Rice up ahead to Tark. And to Tark with the slam.
And that's what you want if you're Bullis. Great defense leading to great offense.
Justin Law tried the 3 there. Rice up ahead. Ball is stripped. Potomac School ball.
Great hustle right there by Wooten to disrupt what looked like another easy basket and what looked like it was about to put the icing on this cake for Bullis.
26 seconds remaining. 2-possession game. Out to Wooten. Wooten too strong. Law back to Bacon. Bacon looking for the foul. Melvin will get fouled instead.
That looked like a makeup call right there because it seemed like Preston Bacon got fouled, but still, ref made the call, and now we have Jamel Melvin going to the line for 2. And what I would like to see right here is what type of strategy is going to be played? Do you make the first one and miss the second one?
You know, I wonder, this at best a 2-possession game, and at this stage, Melvin missing the first of 2, that might not be a bad strategy. 15 seconds to go. Bullis up 6. Jamel Melvin at the line. Melvin misses the second rebound. Eric Reynolds.
And as you mentioned, those game-winning plays, Bullis was able to weather the storm. They made a couple of plays at the end, as you see, Nenda Tark being able to streak down the court for an easy dunk, basically putting this game out of hand.
2 plays right there. Nenda Tark getting that easy dunk, and then the big-time 3 by Malcolm Alexander from the corner put this game away potentially for Bullis. Reynolds hits the first. Reynolds hits 2 from the line. 12 seconds remaining. Bacon, head of steam. Tyson pulls up for 3. No good. Reynolds with the rebound. Up ahead to Amsterdam, and that will do it. The final game of the IAC MAC Challenge goes to Bullis as they beat Potomac School 56-48.
And what a great win for this Bullis team, being able to weather that storm, and they get back to 500.
Dominant performance early for Bullis as we see the final score 56-48. But how about Bullis being able to stave off the run by Potomac School? Potomac School cut the lead to 1, but Bullis kept on fighting, was able to make timely plays in the clutch when they needed the most.
And that's what you want to see if you're Bullis, is that ability to be able to weather the storm, and for such a young team to just come through in the clutch like they did is beautiful.
Big time plays made from Malcolm Alexander hitting the 3. Nenda Tark, his energy and effort in the second half. Rodney Rice, another guy. Complete team effort for this Bullis team.
And for Potomac School, just inconsistency was a factor in this game, and not being able to get into your offense like you wanted to was really the difference in this game.
Let's send it over to Brianna Hodges, who's with Rodney Rice.
Hi, I'm Brianna Hodges here with freshman Rodney Rice. Rodney, what were the keys to this win today?
Just to play hard, play together, and just work as a team.
And when it got down to crunch time, what was kind of going through your head?
Stay tough, mentally tough, and make the smart plays.
And wins like this, what kind of confidence does it give your team knowing that you guys are down a couple guys?
A lot of confidence. When they come back, it's going to be even stronger.
All right, and what are you looking forward to in the coming weeks?
Just to keep working as a team and get the next win.
All right, thank you, Rodney.
It's been a great event here at the IAC MAC Challenge here at Bullis School in Potomac, Maryland. For Brandon Green, Nick Yor, Derek Kramer, our producer, Andrew Walker, Brianna Hodges, our entire team here at DMVSTREAM.com, thanks for watching.